What up, everybody? It's your boy Just Brandon, back with another great video. And today we are finally going to settle the debate: ETS mags versus Glock mags. Which one should you be using? Spoiler alert, this one here is trash. Should be thrown in the garbage, never to be used ever again. Allow me to explain. So, a while back, I picked up a FX9 by Freedom Ordnance as well as a PC carbine by Ruger. Now, for those of you who are unaware, both of these are 9mm PCCs that take Glock style magazines. The ETS magazine, this piece of garbage right here, was actually shipped with my Freedom Ordnance FX9, whereas the Ruger came with a magazine well adapter that would allow it to accept Glock pattern magazines. So in theory, it should accept the OEM Glock mags, and it should accept the the ETS or RWB or KCI or whatever other company makes Glock pattern magazines. So I figured I should probably hedge my bets. I've heard the horror stories about the ETS mags before, and I didn't want a terrible experience out of two different pistols. So I thought maybe I should get a couple of different Glock pattern magazines to see which ones work best. As it turns out, Shoot Point Blank actually had the factory Glock mags on sale, so I bought 3 or 4 of them, loaded up 2, took them to the range along with this boy that came with the FX9, and was just really more interested in seeing whether or not the FX9 would run the ETS mags, or whether the PC carbine would run the ETS mags, or whether the ETS mags would just blow up. And I gotta say, one magazine into it, everything looked fine. I loaded 30 rounds in each one, and all 30 rounds went off. I didn't have a problem. So the issue came at the second magazine. So I loaded 10 rounds into a Glock mag, and I attempted to load 10 rounds into the ETS mag. Now, what happened was on the 7th or 8th round, the ETS mag lost all spring tension. So it was like I pushed the round down to feed another one in, and it just went down and didn't come back up. There was no spring tension on the follower. The follower wasn't pushing the bullet up. So gave it a little shake, a little bit of tap, a little tap like so, and finally got it to pop back up. About another round or so into loading, it did it again. This time the follower went all the way down and the spring was off to one side. So turned it upside down, shook it a little bit to get all the bullets out, popped the floor cover plate off, and took a look at it. Now, I understand that these are cheaply made, they're meant to be affordable, but the plastic used for the follower, I'm not even going to call this polymer, this is more like an injection molding plastic, is so thin that the pressure from the spring actually popped it out of the side. So the follower has like these little tabs on the side, and the spring went through the follower, completely broke it. And that was the end of it. Like, there was no more using that magazine after that. Fortunately, I still had 2 Glock mags, and they all ran flawlessly. So I got to thinking, like, man, maybe I dodged a bullet here, or maybe I just got a bad one. You know, you never know. Like, so, you know, it's a sample size of 1, so maybe this was a bad one. So I had another one, and pretty much the same thing happened. So what are the chances of having 2 bad magazines, one that shipped with the gun and one you bought retail, do the exact same thing? So it dawned on me that these magazines are just trash. I will no longer be using ETS magazines. I'm glad they only got me for about the 20 bucks that it cost me to buy one retail. And I'm also very, very glad that I picked up 4 or 5 of these factory OEM Glock mags, because this is the only thing I'll be running out of my PCCs from now on. ETS, I gave you a shot, man. I'm sorry, you just failed to come through. That's about it, man. If you got an ETS mag, I would not trust these. I wouldn't even use them as range mags. They're very cheaply made, and more than likely, probably another 1 or 2 mags out of this, and it would have probably exploded on me anyway. So that's it, guys. The debate is over for me. ETS versus Glock. Glock wins hands down.